Hey everybody, Matthew Solomon here, and I am continuing my video series on relationships. This one today is It's Not Personal Until It Is. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a coach. I coach you on whatever it is that you want to experience, have, transform in your life. I'm also an award-winning filmmaker here in Los Angeles. I have studied relationships, communication, metaphysics, tantra, for most of my adult life. I'm also excited to say that next week I will be announcing the launching of an awesome group coaching program that is specifically geared towards men and women and communication and understanding and being able to navigate the workplace, navigating dating, relationships, all of that, communication, understanding each other, and that sort of thing. So I'm still formulating how it's going to work and what is going to work, but it's going to be awesome. What I have up here so far is great. So look for that next week. So it's not personal. We get into relationships, and I'm going to focus on romantic relationships right now, but you can apply this to, the workplace or whatever. But, you meet somebody, everything's great, you're hitting it off, you flow, you're happy, you're joking around, everything's wonderful, and then at some point something stressful happens and somebody snaps at somebody, and there's that moment of, what was that? And then maybe it happens again, and then maybe you fire back, and then and of course this usually takes place over months or years or whatever, and then before you know it, you're just like that bickering couple that argues about everything, has to quantify everything, is trying to one up each other and all of that, and it becomes like every communication becomes personal. Now, we all have a past. There's things that happened in our childhood, things that were said to us. There's things that happened with previous boyfriends or girlfriends. There's, all the stuff that we commonly would refer to as baggage, right? So when, I'm driving along and my significant other is like, hey, you missed the exit. I missed the exit. But what I might be hearing is, you're an idiot, or, why didn't you plan ahead, or why weren't you paying attention, or, I could do it better, or any of that stuff. And that's all based on, past experience. It's based on my perception of what's going on. Now, when you're communicating with somebody, when you're talking, you're having a conversation, there's what you're saying, there's what they're saying, and then there's the voice in my head that's interpreting what she's saying, and she's interpreting what I'm saying, and then there could be a couple other conversations going on, and so nobody really knows what anybody's saying. So what do? Well, you start to realize that, you have a filter. You have a way of listening to other people and you filter what you're hearing through that. So if I grew up with an experience of, I'm stupid, I'm not good enough, I'm lazy, I'm whatever, then whoever I'm talking to, if they have anything negative to say, that's how I hear it. Now, I used this analogy before. When I was married, there were times where my ex-wife would say, I need help with the laundry. And what I would hear was, you're lazy, you don't do anything, you're not doing enough, I do more than you, all of that. Like, you're not good enough, you're lazy. For me, I'm busting my ass, I'm working my ass off, doing like my businesses, the stuff I'm doing. And so hearing that, my response is, I dig in, and my response is, I don't got time because I'm working, and I, take care of the kids more, and it becomes a a match of who does more. And I even saw this recently on another thread where, you know, the husband and wife, the husband was like, I do 5% more than you. And the wife was like, oh, really? And they make the list. And of course, she did more. But I'm laughing because it's like, you can't quantify. You just can't. And, you know, I'll say this, as a man in relationship to a woman, you're just going to lose that battle. But the thing is, you both lose the battle. And when you're getting into defending and justifying and quantifying and having to be right and, you know, not being willing to be wrong, there's nothing to create there. There's nothing that's going to work out of that except for more of that, because then you're at odds instead of creating. You're competing instead of creating. So what do? You realize you have a filter. You realize that, you know, okay, she needs help with the laundry. I'm taking it a certain way. I know I'm busting my ass. She's just saying she needs help with the laundry. I got 10 minutes, I'll fold fucking laundry. You know, the only thing I'm giving up is being right. If I'm committed to a happy, loving relationship, who the fuck cares about being right? There's no place for being right or being wrong. There's no place for making your partner wrong. In the workplace, there's no place for making your coworker wrong. Yes, things come up and there's politics and all of that, but at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? You know, you get committed, you commit to what you're committed to. If I'm committed to being a kick-ass employee in an office and doing the best job that I can and making sure that everybody around me feels appreciated and heard and understood and loved, then if somebody has an issue with me, I have somewhere to stand. I have somewhere to stand of, you know what, I get that you're upset. I get that this thing happened, and, you know, I appreciate you. And let's find a way to work it out. Because once I dig in and they dig in, it's a shit show. So I think I'm going to call my coaching program Stop the Shit Show or something like that. So, just to recap, get that you have a filter and that you're hearing things the way you're hearing things, and it's not necessarily how they're actually happening. And then just be willing to express, like, hey, this is how I heard it, is that what you meant? Or, you know, you're upset about this thing, but, you know, are you upset? You know, I mean, and once you get that you have a filter and you can get the filter out of the way, then you can actually have a conversation and create something. And so I think that's where I'm going to take it next time. So for today, get that you have a filter and enjoy the fuck out of that filter. Like, really, like, have fun. Don't make yourself wrong. We all do it. I still do it. I had something come up last night. I was filtering all kinds of shit, but I got through it because I realized I have a filter. So, until next time, just realize what your filters are. Just observe your life, observe your interactions, your communications, and breathe. Okay, well, I hope this was helpful for you. Like I said, I'm starting up a group coaching program. I coach people one-on-one. I'd love to talk with you, work with you, see how I can support you in your life and what you want to create. Thanks for liking this. Please share the video and do something great for yourself today and something nice for somebody else. Thanks.